If Trump is arrested, how do you think his supporters will react? Probably surprised, considering the number of times people claimed he'd be arrested and he wasn't. I'd be surprised too. The walls are closing in! Pretty much every political pundit left of Mitt Romney by this point. Lol. Did you see the segment Jon Stewart did about it on his show, The Problem? He had a compilation of common phrases journalists use to talk about the issue, and the walls are closing in was one often repeated. I've seen a video of Jon Stewart talking to what I believe was a far-right politician. I'm not American, so not too up-to-date with who's who and what's what, and for days I couldn't stop thinking about how Stewart basically annihilated the dude's entire terrible argument, used his own logic against him, made him shove his foot in his own mouth, etc. That was honestly the most satisfying thing I'd seen in a whole month. I can't even remember who he was talking to or what it was about, just how satisfying it was, lol. His mugshot will be the dankest meme of all time. And the height and weight stats as part of the booking process. I hadn't thought of that. I now wait breathlessly. I hope we get handprints to see his tiny little baby hands. Madame Tussauds in Las Vegas has his handprints, and yes, they are small for someone his size. I'm cracking up picturing his hand and fingerprints being orange instead of black. Tiny little orange handprints. Orange is the new black. I feel like it'd be a contender for one of the top 10 most upvoted posts of all time here. A lot of Reddit likes to act like they don't care about politics or celebrities. See weekly r/ask Reddit threads. But the reality is that the ones making posts and leaving comments about how little they care are also a relative minority. People don't realize how anticlimactic it will be. Trump and others, and making a big show saying the FBI is going to bust down his door at Mar-a-Lago and drag him away in handcuffs. That won't happen. The DA will contact his lawyers to let them know they have issued an arrest warrant, and they will schedule a date for Trump to turn himself in. He goes to the police on that. He's fingerprinted, mugshot taken, and processed. He'll then be arraigned and released on his own recognizance. All this will be worked out beforehand by his lawyers and the DA. He might fight extradition in Florida and possibly win with the right judge. But then he will be arrested whenever he goes back to NYC, which he has to at some time. Even once he's arraigned, it will take years for the case to go anywhere. Case in point, Ken Paxton has been awaiting trial for years. This is just homemaking noise for his constituents. My understanding is extradition is only to confirm the court has the right person. It's about identity. Not sure any judge will go astray of that rule. Otherwise, you are correct. It will be very underwhelming. This was his plan all along. It's part of 100-dimensional chess. It's all so that the other guy can get really arrested. They'll whine on social media and wait for Fox to build them a counter-narrative they can run with. They'll blame wokeness and the usual targets. Then they'll claim exoneration when he's released on his own recognizance in a few days. The only interesting question is what DeSantis will do. If he muddies Trump's extradition from Florida, he could get in trouble with the feds. If he lets the Manhattan DA take him, then he risks the wrath of MAGA. Ooh, that'll be fun to watch. Pops much corn. Rush to buy yet another truck flag sticker to tell everyone around them how they feel about it. Man, I've long thought about starting a bullshit MAGA swag business to sell dumbass shirts and stickers and donating some of the money to the Dems, but that just sounds like a lot of fucking around and the market is already saturated. It would be really funny, though. Wait, is he on the verge of being arrested, but like for real? Supposed to on Tuesday, according to him. I wouldn't count on anything, though, but if it does happen, I'm having a party.
All of you are miserable pricks.